Hey, internet family. Okay, so this video is on how to choose an oracle deck because it's sometimes a paralyzing decision when you're sitting in a store with all these different oracle decks before you and you're not exactly sure which one you want. So I'm recording this video because I'm about to start creating a getting to know your oracle deck online course. It's something that I could have really used over the years, and now I have a lot of oracle decks. You know, some people ask me, do you just need one or do you need many? And I'm like, do whatever you want. I mean, I have more than one. None of them are the same, and each of them gives me a different piece of knowledge. So for instance, this is the Gospel of Aradia. This is about this woman named Aradia, who's mythologically the most ancient witch in Italy, and she was apparently the daughter of the moon goddess Diana or Diana. And when I use cards from this deck, I got it about a year ago. When I pull a card from this deck, I know it's going to tell me something about my mission or purpose or work in the world. Another deck that I love is this one, the Enchanted map. This was a gift, and it sat in my closet for like a year before I was ready to use it. And then the second I started using it, I was so glad that I did because it's so on point. And this I see as a golden key. So, for instance, when I'm doing a big tarot spread for a moon cycle or an event or a season or a year or whatever it is, this card that I pull in the spread will represent that one golden key that will get me through things when times are challenging and that will make things even brighter times that they're going well. Okay? I also have, this one's one of my favorites, the Gilded Reverie. And this is a Lenormand deck. And Lenormand versus Tarot. Lenormand, well, Tarot is like, say you're talking to two people playing chess. Tarot is asking them what their strategy is. Saying, why are you doing what you're doing? What are your goals? Lenormand, however, is what are the pieces doing on the board? It's physical reality. So if you draw the house card in Lenormand, it's about your house. It's not about what that represents very often. I mean, maybe a little, but this is physical reality. And I really love this deck because of the guilt. I just love that. Okay, so when it comes to how to choose an oracle deck, it's easier if you can feel them in your hands. If you're, say, in a bookstore that has sample ones that you can take out and feel. But even if you can't, you can still do it. What I would very much recommend is, first off, see which one calls to you energetically. This is all about intuition and heart call. So see what's calling to you. And then once you notice something, take a look at the sides and the back of the box. See what the description's like. See how you feel as you read it. Does it open your heart? Does it align your mind? And then look at the different images on the back and say, do these correspond with me? The first tarot deck I ever got, I ended up giving away because I liked one of the images, but then when I started pulling more and more cards, I was like, actually, this doesn't resonate with me. It just wasn't my jam. And now the tarot deck that I have, I absolutely love. So, for instance, the Gospel of Aradia, there are some of the images. I think they're really beautiful. The Lenormand deck, there are some. If you can't actually hold it in your hands and feel what the cards feel like to you, feel how they would feel to shuffle, feel how their solidity is, do you like it, feel how their size is. If you can't feel those things, then especially if you're ordering, say, on the internet, or if you're not sure, you can take a picture of it and go home and check reviews. Check internet reviews. Say, what do people say about this? Go on Amazon or somewhere where people do write reviews and check. Sometimes I've looked for decks. When I was looking for one for this class I'm about to record on getting to know your oracle deck, I was buying something from Amazon and I felt attracted to one or two, but then I looked at the reviews. I was like, oh, nope, not that one. And then this one jumped out of nowhere and wanted me to use it. So this is what I'm using to teach the class. And I'm super in love with this one. I mean, check out these images on the back. Aren't they just the most gorgeous? And the cards themselves are really lovely as well. And yeah, as I'm learning this deck, it's giving me messages on how I should make the class for you guys. So there's the back of the cards. They're just simple and lovely and unpretentious and yeah, humble. And then here's the front. I love the borders. I love the cartoonish feeling. I feel like that's how I look at my world sometimes. So anyways, when you're choosing an oracle deck, go with your intuition. You can't go wrong. The thing about divination is it's all about the interpretation anyway. So when you're then using your oracle deck, a great way to get to know it, and this is one of the things we'll be doing in the Getting to Know Your Oracle Deck course, but feel free to just use this, especially the beginning, is pull a card every day, write it down, and then at the end of the day, come and look at what happened that day, and then you can start to learn the language of your cards. That's also how you learn the language of your own intuition, which is in the Art of the Mystic class that I'm teaching. Is in the morning you do a little meditation, use whatever visualization techniques you like that call to you, write it down. At night, come back and see, because intuition is a unique thing to each of us, and when information comes into you, the information's always right. It's just how you interpret it, whether or not your interpretation is good. And that's the difference, between, say, a mystic or a shaman and someone who has schizophrenia. It's all about the interpretation and the grace that we move through this world. That's my opinion, but it is an educated opinion and a schooled opinion, so feel free to take it or leave it. But back to the point of this video, when you're choosing an oracle deck, go with your intuition, read reviews if you want. It's fine to orbit for a while. I orbited this deck for a couple weeks before I bought it. It's all right. This one, however, I got on the way to my first ever sleepover music festival, and I've never regretted it a day, and it's always been so good for me. This one, a little bit more serious, but I do think I might start recording oracle deck reviews for you guys. So at least the ones I have. I don't know how many decks I have, somewhere around 10 maybe, that I've accumulated over several years. So you guys can kind of get a taste of what different ones are like. But anyway, sending you guys lots of love from South Carolina. It's a beautiful winter here. Very cold, but thankfully today very sunny. And we're still in Merc Retro at the time of recording this video, which is December 13th. And so I'm just sending you guys lots of love and lots of badass boundary vibes. May you draw the line exactly where it should be drawn for you, both on what you're given and what you're receiving. All right, love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.